seeking truth, practicing patience, and maintaining faith. Trust is dynamic, growing through experience and interaction. It is not a one-time decision, but a continual process of renewal. Each day offers new opportunities to choose trust, to practice it in small ways, and to build resilience. This active engagement makes trust a powerful force that shapes how we live and face challenges. In moments of deep uncertainty, it is helpful to remember the stories of those who've come before us. Their lives often testify to the power of trust in difficult times. These stories provide inspiration and guidance, showing that trust is possible even in the darkest valleys. They remind us that endurance and faith can lead to transformation and new beginnings. Reflecting on these stories connects us to a long tradition of hope and courage. It helps us to see our own struggles in a larger context and to believe in the possibility of a positive outcome. Trust is strengthened by this connection to history and the wisdom it carries. Trust grows when we cultivate a relationship with the source of our hope. This relationship is nurtured through quiet moments of reflection, prayer, or meditation. It deepens as we listen and respond, creating a dialogue of trust and assurance. This ongoing connection offers comfort and guidance, helping us to navigate uncertainty. It reminds us that we are cared for and supported even when life is confusing. Trust in this relationship provides a foundation of stability and peace. It becomes a refuge where we can return whenever we feel overwhelmed. Cultivating this connection is a vital practice in sustaining trust through life's challenges. The process of trusting in uncertain times often involves letting go of old assumptions and expectations. It challenges us to release control and to embrace change. This letting go can be painful, but also liberating. It opens the door to new possibilities and perspectives. Trust asks us to be flexible and open, willing to adapt to the unknown. This adaptability is a sign of strength and resilience. It allows us to grow through challenges rather than be defeated by them. Trust transforms uncertainty from a threat into an opportunity for growth and discovery. It invites us to explore new paths with confidence and hope. When doubt creeps in, it can be helpful to remind ourselves of the times we have overcome before. Reflecting on past challenges and how we endured them strengthens trust. It shows that even when the future is uncertain, we have the inner resources to face it. This reflection builds confidence and courage. It reminds us that we are not defined by our fears, but by our ability to persevere. Trust is reinforced by remembering our resilience and the support we have received along the way. These memories become a source of encouragement and strength as we move forward. Trust involves embracing the present moment with all its imperfections. It asks us to be fully present, accepting life as it is without resistance. This acceptance creates peace and reduces anxiety. When we stop fighting against reality, we open ourselves to the possibilities within it. Trust grows in this space of acceptance. It helps us to see that even difficult moments have value and meaning. Being present also deepens our connection to ourselves and others. It allows us to respond to life with greater clarity and compassion. Trust in the present moment is a powerful practice that sustains us through uncertainty. And uncertainty often brings fear of loss of security, control, or what we hold dear. Trust does not deny this fear, but offers a different perspective. It reminds us that while loss is real, it is not the end of the story. Trust opens our hearts to the possibility of renewal and new beginnings. It encourages us to grieve honestly while holding on to hope. This balance of grief and hope is essential in navigating change. Trust helps us to move through loss without losing ourselves. It provides a foundation for healing and growth. In this way, trust transforms fear into a pathway toward life. Trust is strengthened by gratitude. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, our perspective shifts. Gratitude opens our eyes to the goodness that still exists, even in difficult times. It reminds us that life is filled with blessings and opportunities for joy. This awareness nurtures trust by showing that we are cared for and supported. Gratitude is a daily practice that sustains hope and faith. It helps us to recognize the small miracles that surround us and to appreciate the present moment. Through gratitude, trust becomes a source of joy and resilience. In uncertain times, it is important to nurture our physical and emotional well-being. Trust is easier to cultivate when we care for ourselves holistically. This care includes rest, nourishment, movement, and connection with others. When our bodies and minds are healthy, we are better equipped to face challenges. Trust is not just a mental or spiritual act, but involves the whole person. Taking care of ourselves sends a message that we are worth hope and healing. It creates a foundation of strength from which trust can grow. This holistic approach supports us in navigating uncertainty with grace and resilience. Trust invites us to embrace vulnerability. It encourages us to share our fears, doubts, and struggles with others. This sharing builds connection and reduces isolation. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but of courage. It opens the door to support, understanding, and compassion. When we are vulnerable, we allow others to walk with us through uncertainty. This shared journey strengthens trust and hope. It reminds us that we are not alone and that together we can face life's challenges. Embracing vulnerability is a key step in deepening trust and resilience. Says, the experience of uncertainty often reveals our true priorities. It helps us to see what matters most and to let go of distractions. Trust encourages us to focus on these essentials: relationships, values, and faith. This focus brings clarity and peace. It guides our decisions and actions in times of change. Trust helps us to align our lives with what is truly important, creating a sense of purpose and direction. This alignment supports us in facing uncertainty with confidence and hope. It transforms chaos into meaning. Also, trust is nurtured by patience. It requires waiting without giving in to despair or impatience. This waiting is active, a deliberate choice to hold on to hope. Patience teaches us endurance and helps us to persevere. It reminds us that growth and healing take time. Trust grows in this space of waiting, becoming stronger and more resilient. Patience is a companion on the journey through uncertainty, supporting us when the way is unclear. It encourages us to keep moving forward, trusting that the path will become clear in time. Also, uncertainty challenges our sense of identity. It can shake the foundations of who we think we are. Trust invites us to rediscover our true identity beyond circumstances. It reminds us that we are more than our fears, failures, or achievements. Our worth and purpose are grounded in something deeper and more lasting. Trust helps us to see ourselves as whole and valued regardless of external conditions. This sense of identity provides stability and confidence in uncertain times. It empowers us to face challenges with courage and grace. Also, trust encourages us to seek wisdom and guidance. It is not a solitary journey, but one supported by learning and counsel. Seeking wisdom helps us to make thoughtful decisions and to navigate complexity. It provides perspective and insight. Trusting in guidance from others, whether mentors, friends, or spiritual sources, strengthens our own faith. It reminds us that we are part of a larger community and tradition. This support is a source of strength and encouragement. Trust grows as we open ourselves to learning and growth. Also, in the face of uncertainty, it is important to cultivate hope. Hope is the belief that good can come from difficulty. It fuels perseverance and courage. Trust nurtures hope by reminding us of past victories and future possibilities. Hope sustains us when the path is unclear and helps us to keep moving forward. Trust and hope work together to create resilience. They are lights that guide us through the darkness. Cultivating hope is a vital practice in maintaining trust in uncertain times. Also, trust asks us to be honest with ourselves and others. It encourages transparency about our feelings and struggles. Honesty builds trust and deepens relationships. It allows us to receive support and to give support in return. Being honest creates a foundation of authenticity and connection. Trust flourishes in an environment where truth is spoken and heard. This honesty is a source of healing and strength. It helps us to face uncertainty with courage and openness. Also, trust invites us to forgive ourselves and others. Uncertainty can bring mistakes, regrets, and conflicts. Forgiveness releases the burden of resentment and guilt. It opens the heart to healing and peace. Trust grows in the soil of forgiveness, creating space for renewal and growth. Forgiving is an act of grace that frees us from the past. It allows us to move forward with lighter hearts and clearer minds. Trust is strengthened by this freeing power. Also, the journey of trust is not linear. It involves ups and downs, progress and setbacks. Recognizing this reality helps us to be gentle with ourselves. Trust is built over time through persistence. It requires resilience and flexibility.